This is Papa Brad coming at you with one of the most hotly anticipated Arcade1Up cabs ever. Talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This has been an arcade cab that the home arcade community has been clamoring for years. This game is one of Papa Brad's personal favorites in real arcades, and it is my actual favorite fighting game of all time. So when I found out Arcade1Up was making a cab, I had to check it out. But was it worth $600? While the molded coin door in the front is nice, the thinness of this board is ridiculous for a product that's $600. The buttons on the machine when you get it stock are absolute trash. They are garbage, and you need to replace them if you're going to try to play this game seriously at all. The monitor looks sharp, it's a BOE, but why are we still settling for tiny 17-inch monitors? We should be asking for 19-inch monitors and not for an increase in price, for the same price. Every other home product has improved in quality, except for Arcade1Up home arcades. We need to tell them we want more. This design, using these brackets to hold the cab together, is a joke. It ruins the artwork. Delivering the game without online play for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was a massive fail. Shout out to B Kong for an easy mod. You can use an X-Acto knife, shave away the little prongs on your sandwas. They just push in. They are tight fit, but once the little tabs are cut off with an X-Acto knife, they push right in. Modding the buttons on this cab is not a choice. It's a necessity. Don't forget, after you're done modding your control panel, which you'll have to do if you really want to play the game right, you're going to have to use a screwdriver and tighten down the ball so it doesn't unscrew. This is basic common sense, and it amazes me there are reviews where people don't do this. If you know anything about home arcade or arcades, this is like simple basic information. Look how cheap that wood is. Your customers deserve better than this. This is cheapy arcade. I mean, come on, you can do better. All that being said, let's talk about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Let's start with the number one thing. No online play for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is the primary feature that made me want to buy this cab. I want to play this game against people in the community. The game, casuals won't notice it, but there are things that I've noticed which are disappointing. One thing is the audio. This is the perfect cab for Halloween because the audio seems to go up and down like there's a ghost inside the machine that just plays with the volume switch. That's pretty crazy. It's kind of spooky. Another thing is that the game, if you have it on for a long time, there can be some slowdown, as the chip is not made to withstand the heat of being on and being played for a long period of time. I've had a few screen freezes, I've had a few frame drops. This product being released half-baked is not acceptable. I mean, the fact that the home arcade community is accepting this is, to me, a mistake. I mean, the fake FOMO for this cab that made me order it early when there are known issues with the cab also is another concern that lets me wonder, is Arcade1Up being honest with their consumers? That's a huge deal. I mean, this cab is basically broken. One of the main features for the cab doesn't work. Not to mention input lag, audio issues, other things. I'm not going to do gameplay because there's tons of that on the internet if you want to watch it. I'm going to say this cab right now is not worth $600. This cab in its current state, this should be like a $300 or $400 cab. It's a legacy cab. The quality is just not there. And that's my opinion. And I bought the cab, paid it with my own money. That is my opinion of this cab. Arcade1Up, you've got to do better. Your competition has bigger monitors, both at games and iArcade. They both have better controls. The controls in this thing, I mean, why should I have to change out the controls just to get something acceptable? I mean, that's not good. The joysticks are a little better. They're still not great, but compared to the trash they normally put, the joysticks were slightly improved. You do get some great games. People that say the construction of this cab is really high quality, I mean, you need to get some other home arcades. This is like a C- from a quality standpoint. Bad controls, really thin, cheap wood. The back of the cab isn't even painted. It's just basic particle looking board. I mean, these Arcade1Ups are cheap. I mean, the cab design is like a C- at best. Marvel vs. Capcom in its current state, the playability, I'd say it's a B. It has issues, but I think people that have played it a lot, like on the Dreamcast, they're going to see the issues. If you haven't played it a lot, you might not notice, so that's good. The other games work good. They did patch. I know the Marvel vs. Capcom game wasn't working at first, but they need to get on this. And the company turning invisible and not answering when they're going to have a patch, not talking to the consumers that bought this thing, it's pathetic. Arcade1Up, you've got to do better, and that is my opinion. Thanks so much for watching this. This is Papa Brad reminding you to stay legit.